This screencast is designed to walk you through the steps to complete one of the summative assessments that has recently been assigned in U.S. history. Going from Google Classroom, if you click on Classwork, and if you scroll from the top, scroll down to Summative Assessments, we're going to open the Primary and Secondary Sources Summative. If you open it, you'll see there are directions that says there are two documents placed in this assignment. One is the assessment itself that all students will work on. The other is a shared document that we worked on together to compile some links to primary and secondary sources. So please use this document to find primary and secondary sources to analyze for this assignment. I'll just open up this so you can see it, see what it looks like. Here you can see there are several primary sources as well as secondary sources that have been linked by myself as well as some of your classmates. Please feel free to use those to work on this assignment. Here's the assignment itself. And there are several steps that you need to complete. Step one is to choose a primary or a secondary source. And again, go back to the document that I just had open to find one. Then you're going to create a link to that source. My source, and again, you're going to highlight this and then hit Insert. Link. You're going to, once you have your link open, you're going to copy and paste the URL into here, and the link will be created so that I will know what link and what source you are using. And then you're going to say whether your source is a primary or a secondary source and type that right in here on this blank line. Step 3, describe the main idea of your source in 2 to 3 sentences, basically explaining what the source is about. Step 4, describe the purpose of your source in 2 to 3 sentences, answering the question, why was the source created and how does it connect to the topic of the Great Depression? There are your 2 sentences right there. Answer those 2 questions and you have completed step 4. Step 5, provide 2 to 3 specific details about your source, answering questions such as where is your source from? Who created your source? When was your source created? Your source might be a journal entry or a letter or a speech. Who created the source would be the person who, conducted the speech or was keeping the journal. And then when was your source created? Assuming that it was during the Great Depression, your source was created sometime in the late 1920s or early 1930s. Step 6, answer the question, how does the source help me to make informed decisions about the present and the future? And answer that in 1 to 2 questions. You're just thinking about what certain things that occurred during the Great Depression still have an impact on us today. And think about that through analyzing the source that you chose. This graphic organizer was placed here to show how we determined what the summative assessment would look like. Students should not have to do anything with this. It's simply placed here as a reference. This is how we came about figuring out what the summative assessment would look like, and these were the steps that we followed to get there. All right, that's it for now. Please email me if you have any questions about this assignment.